Hello everybody and welcome to your May Crystal Predictions Tarot reading. I want you to look at the different crystal balls that are on your screen and decide which one of those crystal balls is calling you and hold your messages. We have rose quartz, green aventurine, bonded quartz, selenite, and blue goldstone. I will start with the rose quartz and I have left timestamps for all the other crystal balls below. Hello there. So let's see what is coming and being forecasted for you guys in the month of May. And, just being drawn in to the rose quartz, I know that there is going to be a focus of emotions as well as healing for some of you. So this is about, connection, emotions, understanding, clarity, healing. So let's pull a spirit guide and see what spirit guide is helping you out in the month of May in regards to this emotional and healing energy that's coming through for you. All right, so we got the Shaman of the Stars. Look at that. You have a very powerful spirit guide walking with you right now. And this is the spirit that could have been somebody, an earth spirit who has ascended, or this is a spirit that comes from a different world, a different dimension. This is a very powerful, wise being right here that's guiding you. And if you just look at what's depicted, this is that being. And then here you are receiving all of this guidance and healing and clarity and understanding from this spirit guide right here. So you are not alone, and though the spirit that is walking with you at this time, so powerful and leading you to the stars. Oh, you just I'm pulling your icosahedron. This is the crystal that I have associated with the shaman spirit guide energy. And, with the stars, there's an element of destiny for you attached to this. So again, it feels very emotionally based, what's going to play out for you in the month of May. And it feels very healing for you guys. Okay, so let's pull a primary message from this guide right here that's coming through strong. Abundance is your right. So there is also a focus of your material, your finances, your resources, what you have. The spirit guide trying to lead you to solutions and answers, and also not wanting you to worry. With this kind of spirit guide on your side, you have some good karma. You are a wise old soul yourself, all right? You are. You would not have this guidance if you were not. So you are very powerful, and this guide wants to remind you of that and show you what you're capable of, show you all of the opportunities that you don't see, and also bring in a lot of healing, which is emotionally based, and that could represent anything. Healing with another person, healing about certain things that you've recently been through that are more financially based. All right, so let's pull a couple more cards and see what else is being highlighted for you guys in May. All right, look at that. Yep, believe big. There is so much more in store than maybe you can see or perceive in this moment, okay? And now we have unmotivated. So the spirit guide trying to light a fire under you. Some of you, there are very creative solutions that could be leading you down a brand new path in your life in general, but you don't believe in yourself, or you don't have the internal motivation to push forward, to make a big change like that. It's like, I put all this energy and effort into this specific thing in my life, and even though, things aren't working out right now, I want to continue this way forward on this path. This guide is like, what? Reach for the stars, shaman of the stars, and then look at this, believe big. All these stars right here, you are meant meant to stand out. Abundance is your birthright, but you've got to believe it within. And any changes that you need to make, it's time to do so, because you can go really, really far with this. Okay, so let's pull some tarot and look at the story behind this energy. Okay, at the very center of the reading, we have 8 of Cups. So you are needing to leave something behind, walk away from something, and that might be, a bit of a challenge for you, the unmotivated feeling. Okay, and what this is, again, is different for all of you. This is a general reading, but as your prediction, this walking away, whatever has ended, is for your highest good. It's putting you on a better path. It may not seem like that in this moment, but that's what's being said here by the spirit guide for you. Okay, and having the icosahedron, again, that's around emotion and you learning the richness of your emotions as well as your thoughts and how to properly harness that, and anything that happens to you, learning how to transition that into your benefit rather than your detriment. So this is a powerful time of growth, change, and major evolution for you, because you're meant to stand out. Okay, you're not meant to be in the wall, under the rug. And abundance, you are meant to have a lot and be comfortable in your life on your journey. And we have the Knight of Cups. What is stopping you is your emotions, and I'm not surprised to see that, just based with what you were attracted to. So emotionally, you're having a really hard time working through and understanding, and that's why this powerful spirit guide has come in. At the base, we have the Sun. So everything that is taking place is ultimately leading you to your highest good, and there is deep healing that is going to come in for you in the month of May. In the recent past, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is bad news, fighting, breaking up, loss of something, a really terrible argument for some of you, hearing a lot of messages and things that you didn't want to hear, like you were hoping for one answer and you got a different answer. All right, and it's affected you quite a bit emotionally. In the mental body, we have the Death card. So you are having a very hard time with whatever is ending or needs to shift and change in your life right now. And again, you don't feel like this is the path, and it may feel like ruin and destruction, but you would not have the spirit guide so strong and powerful. Shaman of the stars, your destiny lies ahead. There is more for you. There is more to this journey. Abundance is your birthright. Anything that is you have lost or is taken from you will return to you in a new form. You have that guarantee with the Sun, and throughout the month of May, things are going to start coming together for you, especially with this powerful spirit guide. In the near future, look at that, 6 of discs, success, lovely. See, everything's going to come together for you. All right, here you are, the Magnus. So you are powerful. It's all about your emotions and your thoughts, and you really learning the richness that exists within you. In the environment around you, we have the Moon. So there is a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of emotion. There is a lot of fear-based energy, and hopes and fears is you just hope that you have the strength, the fortitude to make it through whatever this experience is for you, whether it's relationship-based or it's something to do with your finances. Those are the 2 strongest messages that I'm coming into for this reading, where we've had this major disruption, this ending, this walking away, this closure, which is not what you were hoping for, and it's left you in a state of emotional flux, unsure, a lot of uncertainty. But there is healing here at the base, which has a lot to do with this spirit guide, and you're going to move into the 6 of Pentacles energy, the 6 of discs, and this is success. This is that energy returning to you, what has been taken from you, what you have lost, returning to you, and you are the magician transition. The more that you can, begin to heal and balance these emotions and believe big, believe the best is yet to come, believe that everything is going to be okay and it's going to work out for you, the faster this energy moves. You are a powerful manifester. And again, you would not have a spirit guide like this if you were not. You are a wise old soul. There is a lot of uncertainty and emotion around all of this, but you've just got to trust your path and do what you can do right now in this moment to push forward. And some of you have creative gifts, talents, abilities that is going to become your path forward. You need to tap into that right now, and you need to believe in yourself. Okay. I wanted to just be a card reader. I was an accountant. It was a fine job, a career, but it wasn't where my heart was. And I just really struggled to believe that I could read cards for a living and that would be enough to sustain me. And I just followed my path, and it took some time, but the universe aligned it for me as I just took every step forward, working with what I had in that moment. And it's grown into what you see right now today. So you've got to believe, and you've just got to push forward and work with what you have right now in this moment, and you will get there. It will create something. It will manifest into something, and you have no idea where that journey will take you. And the spirit guide says you need to believe much bigger for yourself and in yourself, because you can touch the stars. All right. And the outcome, we have the 10 of Wands. You can look at this two different ways. This is either where you decide to take it into your hands and believe, that you can create magic because you are the magus. You are the magus, okay? But it's going to take work. It's going to take work, and you can't give up. And for my own personal journey, I would tell you it was about 8 months of the start of my journey that was just horrible. Financially, all across the board, everything you can imagine. It was such a struggle. Many times I broke down and cried and wanted to give up and run back to the security of a corporate job, everything like that. But, I always felt spirit like, no, you've got to do this. You've got to create this foundation. You've got to create these changes in your life, and it takes time. And I'm glad I hung in there, because it got better eventually. It really did. But there were some really heavy 10 of Wand moments for me, and you will experience those, but you're leaving behind a lot of heavy energy, and you're moving into things that really make you happy. All right. So if you've got to let somebody go because they're not good for you, they take advantage of you, they do mean things, they say mean things, it's time to let that go, to let that wash away. And I can see you struggle with that, but it's time, because it's withholding abundance from you, abundance of happy emotions, abundance of good experiences are being, held from you. You've got to let this go and just trust the process and know you got the sun that's supporting you. You will heal. You will move forward. There will be other things that come in along this journey, and it will be tough. But you will get there, and it will be so worth it. I promise you. And those of you that this is around like finances or job, career, again, there's magic in you, and you need to tap into that and believe in yourself. I highly recommend doing some sleep affirmations about abundance right now, and that will help align you to things like I've really been struggling since February, like with my health, just feeling good. And finally, I started listening to some, health affirmations. And the next day, I got just very naturally aligned to somebody who helped me out a lot energetically. And then the next day after that, I figured out what my issue was. And now I know what I need to do to prevent these issues that I've been having. And that was just from 2 days of listening to those sleep affirmations. It's not like a magic fix, but it definitely helps open your mind to align you to the people and solutions that you need to move forward. So those of you that this is around like money, finance, career, I highly recommend listening to some sleep affirmations about abundance. There are tons and tons of them on YouTube that you can listen to, and it will help open your mind to these ideas, to these gifts inside, and help you, shift that disbelief into believing big so that you can get there, so that you will reach reach your goals, because I know you will with the Shaman of Stars on your side. And it's just this emotions, this spirit guide wants to help heal you around relationship or finance so that you can move forward and you could go higher than you've ever gone before. All right. And this is all meant to start playing out in the month of May for you. All right. Let's pull some advice. All right, control your emotions. Look at that. No matter what greatness you have achieved and how much you are loved, rage can reverse all of this in a blink of an eye. Don't react. Any actions or words may strand you into a deeper hole. Remain calm, and the real strategy will reveal itself when anger has subsided. And you know, for some of you, this could be anger that you're feeling. For others of you, I feel like this is just really sad, heavy emotions. And so spirit guide saying, hey, let's work on the emotions, let's balance those out, let's work on healing, and so many solutions will open up and present themselves to you. Again, this is for the month of May, so call upon this spirit guide, and you could just you know, refer to this spirit guide, Shaman of the Stars. Help me out, you know, help align me to what I need to understand, the different tools I need for healing, all of those things. And the spirit guide will come in and the icosahedron, a sacred geometry shape, you know, work with that. It will be very activating and stimulating for you. Okay, so those are your May predictions. I am sending you guys so much love and light. Take very good care of yourselves. Hello there. So those of you that were drawn into the green Aventurine, this is all about physical healing, especially for like the sinuses, the lungs, all of that. There is healing energy that you are coming into, but also with the green Aventurine, this is about negative blocks finally removing from your life. So in the month of May, there is some physical healing coming for some of you, as well as some negative blocks finally lifting out of your experience. That is, you know, one of the messages being drawn into this particular crystal ball. So let's pull a spirit guide and see what spirit guide is trying to work very closely with you in the month of May to help you move, you know, through these energies and fulfill your highest good. Okay, so we have a Dancer of Friendship. Now, the Dancer energy is an earth spirit, and this could be, you know, somebody that you knew and they have transitioned, and now they are a spirit guide for you, or this could be an earth spirit that you never met in this life specifically. But this is a very beautiful, nurturing, it feels feminine energy to me. And Dancer of Friendship, this is a spirit guide that's trying to help you understand your karma and work through your karma. And that would be why in the month of May, there's some blocks that are lifting off of you, because you have worked through some karma with this particular spirit guide. And with the Dancer of Friendship, this is going to impact you guys in different ways. I mean, this is a you know, general reading. Some of you, it's time to let certain friendships go because they're a bit toxic. They're not meant for you you know, to move further on your journey with you, because they are toxic and you deserve better than that. And some of those toxic connections have played out because you've been working on some of your own karma. And that doesn't mean like you've been a terrible friend. It's just different lessons that you've had to learn to balance some of your own negative energies have played out through friendships, through connections. And since this is a general reading, that could extend into family or romance. All right, so in the month of May, it's like finally time for all of that to resolve for you. You've done the work, you've balanced the energies. There's some toxic connections that need to fall away, because the spirit guide now wants to lead you into new connections, or the connections that actually do have viability to help you mend and heal those. Okay, and also some of you with this physical healing and feeling better, after you're away from these toxic connections, you're no longer participating your energy, engaging them, you're going to naturally just start feeling better because they're an energy drain. They're like an energy vampire. All right, let's pull a card to see another message the spirit guide would like to share with you for the month of May. Practice moderation. So right away with this, I feel a lot of like obsessive worrying and thinking. And the two colorings here, we've got yellow and we've got orange energy, very predominant along with the green. So what I'm seeing is sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and heart chakra, a big imbalance within the divine masculine, the divine feminine within you. And, you know, through this karmic balancing, you've been working on that, balancing those energies out. And so if these two chakras are out of balance and distorted, it could be where you feel as though you don't have any power. All of your personal power has been taken away from you, and in different relationships and connections that you have, which in turn has, you know, disrupted your emotional state and maybe caused some disbalance in the heart chakra. And through all of those distortions, you physically aren't feeling very well either because your energy is just really out of whack. And now in the month of May, it's time for the recalibration, for the deep healing to come in, and the full awareness, an expansion and evolution of your consciousness about certain people and connections in your life. And you're going to be ready and able to finally walk away or really put somebody in their place. So let's pull a couple more cards. We have a small gift coming your way, which is probably an apology or a healing or a peace offering from somebody. And look at that, misunderstanding, my bad. So I did know there's a few connections that are going to heal for you guys. So it is confirmed there, but there are some connections that you know you need to let go of and let go to the wayside. But here in the month of May, I do feel somebody is going to reach out and try to smooth, you know, some energy over with you, and you guys are going to realize that what the disagreement was about or what you were fighting about was a big misunderstanding, okay? And for some of you, this feels like multiple people coming through, but there are going to be a couple people where you're just going to say, no, you know, it's fine that it was just a disagreement, a misunderstanding, but this happens so frequently between us, and you're not going to be interested in any longevity or movement forward with this particular person. You know, because with the Dancer spirit guide, you have the hexahedron as your sacred geometry shape coming through, and that's about earthly matters. This is about, you know, everything going on in your life and bringing balance in order to that. And for whatever reason, the month of May is very focused on your relationships, like all your relationships, friends, family, romantic, people that, you know, you maybe don't even talk to, but you're still very unresolved within about them. All of those emotions, it creates a disruption, you know, in your physical experience. But again, you were balancing some karma, learning some lessons that you really needed to gain, and you've done that. You've manifested that. And so now it's time for you to evolve into all the wisdom from those experiences and the beings, the souls that can align with you and be equal with you, as to not create any sort of distortion, you know, within your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and vice versa. Like, you guys are meant to overcome and work through. And we'll pull some more cards to see, you know, who you should really heal with and who you need to completely release. And, you know, for some of you, it's just, when you forgive, it doesn't mean that you have to let somebody back into your space, because there are some things that happen, And I don't want to say they're not forgivable, but it's like, I'm going to choose to not let this control my life, and I'm not going to wish you ill, but you can't be near me any longer. I do see you guys saying that, okay, to some people, and it might be a little bit painful for that. So let's take a look at this. Okay, Seven of Swords, futility. All right, so the connections that are meant to like disperse, that is the base here. And what sits at the top of that, Ace of Cups. What holds you back is emotion, or they always are like, hey, I'm sorry, hey, I'm sorry, hey, I'm sorry, and they, you know, love bomb you, so to speak, and that really confuses you. At the base, we have the Ten of Discs. There is a long history with this person, could even be a family member. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Swords. So this could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But with the Queen of Swords in the recent past, just the way this is set up, you know, this is somebody, when she is reversed, she is cunning, she is lying, she is horrible, vindictive. This is nobody you want to mess with when it's in this position. And so for some of you, that's what you have experienced with this person, and it's a very long-standing connection. And in the mental body, look at that, Five of Discs, worry. So you are very unsettled in the mental body, which I feel is affecting your health, making you not feel very good whatsoever. In the near future, we have the Princess of Discs. So this is conversation, a small gift being exchanged, somebody trying to make a truce with you. It was just a misunderstanding. And you know, when it happens one time, it's fine, you know, misunderstanding, whatever. But when somebody always falls into the same pattern of behavior with you, that's not a misunderstanding. That's who they are. And I think for some of you, you really have been learning that the hard way, that that's who this person is. And with the Dancer coming out, this spirit guide, that is telling me this spirit guide has been helping you balance your own karmic energy. So this person is very well just a karmic connection for this life journey to help you balance your own energy. And it looks like it's complete. It's time for you to let this go and move on and move forward. And now here we have you, Ten of Swords in ruin. You're very sad about this. The environment around you is the Prince of Swords. So I don't know, this feels very gossipy to me, and hopes and fears. For Discs, power, you really don't want to feel powerless, like you have no say. You feel very small against this person. And the outcomes, Three of Cups, abundance. Okay, so for those of you where this is the same story over and over and over with the same person, recent falling out, they are going to come back, okay, in May. And they're going to say, my bad, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean this. And you're going to be very inclined to want them back in your life, because I see you are very hurt, and your love, your caring, your connection to them makes it nearly impossible for you to feel like you can walk away from them. And when they come back and apologize, hey, I'm sorry, it's just like the same thing is going to repeat. All right. And you deserve better than that. And you're better off with the connections that do love you, because again, I do feel there's more than one person that's trying to heal with you in the month of May. However, the one that I don't feel that you should allow anymore, because it's just karmic energy, is whoever this Queen of Wands is for you specifically. Okay. And if it's not an air sign, it's somebody who has very strong air tendencies about about them. Very intelligent, and they could be manipulative if they want to be, but they definitely rule the mental body, and they know how to use it, and they know how to work it, against you, against anybody. Very, very wise, intelligent. Well, I shouldn't say wise. Very intelligent person. This Queen of Swords, whoever he or she is in your life, and this person, I feel, may be why some other connections in your life have issue, because I see this falling away and I see you coming back closer with other people. All right. And with the Ace of Cups, this is very hard for you to let go of, but you know, whoever this is, where it's just the same thing, like the same things happened 3 or more times, it's going to just happen repeatedly. And part of your karmic lesson was learning that. And in the month of May, it becomes very apparent to you. And then again, there's these other people that want to be close to you and connect with you. But just, you know, this person or whatever this person has put you through has created wedge between them. And May is the month of healing for you and coming into understanding. So I'm going to just pull a couple more cards about this Queen of Swords to help you guys out. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Somebody who is very dominating, Justice, there it is, that's karmic, and the Knight of Swords. So there is no emotional energy in this person, all right? We just drew 3 clarifiers, and Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's no emotional energy in this person. They can pretend, but it's just not there. And I think you kind of have a sense of that already. And it, again, is coming through as air energy, because Justice would be a Libra, Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right? So very strong air sign right here, who like you need to walk away from and accept for what it is, because they're just a karmic, and you have gained the wisdom of this lesson that you are meant to receive from this karmic. And there's other people that are wanting to heal with you and be near you, and some of you, there may be a brand new friendship or romance that's just on the horizon that shows up in the month of May. And in order for that to be prosperous, you've really got to let this go, whoever this person is, whether it's a friend, a romance, a family member. They just have no emotion. They're very dominating. They want to be on top. They want to have the last word. They want to control everything. And right here with Justice, this is your confirmation. They're only a karmic, and it's done. The cycle is complete. They will never change. They will always be kind of heartless and cold and petty, and I've got to have the upper hand. I've got to have the last word. But once they feel like you're slipping away, then, oh, let me come in and be all sweet and tell you how wonderful you are and how much I miss you and all of these things. And again, if this has happened 3 or more times, it's time to just let this go, because it will be the same thing over and over. And there are better relationships that you're meant to become closer to in the month of May, and leave all of this behind and practice moderation. Don't worry so much. This relationship has really blocked you from a lot of positive energy and manifestation coming in. The spirit guide telling you you've resolved the karma. Now it's time for you to feel rewarded. It's time for you to connect. It's time for you to have abundance. It's time for you to celebrate. Okay, so let's pull some advice. Look at that. Watch your back. Beware of kind gestures, sweet intents, and flattering words. Draw a line between jealousy and admiration. Watch those who are seemingly threatened or bothered by you. Reflect internally as well. So here's your spirit guide once again saying, don't trust them. Do not trust them. It will just be the same thing over and over again, and you have other people that want to connect with you and really care about you, or there's new relationships that are coming in to your reality. So you are so better served to just let this person go, even though your heart doesn't want to. It's like it will just be the same thing over and over again, because in a way they're heartless. Like, that's just what I see about their energy, and you deserve so much better than that, and there is better than that for you. You've just got to open to it, because again, this energy blocks a lot of positive manifestation from coming into your reality. Okay, so those are the messages from the spirit guide about the month of May. Let the old go, what hurts you, and open your heart to these beautiful people and connections that you can trust and you can count on. All right, I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care. Hello there. So being drawn in to the bonded quartz is letting me know that in the month of May, there is going to be a bit of a balancing in your life, in your internal world represented by the white, as well as your external world represented by the black. So let's get right in and see what spirit guide is walking with you in the month of May, bringing forth this balance and order to your internal as well as external world. We have the Hunter of Mysteries. Ooh, okay. With a hunter, this is an earth spirit, and this may be somebody that you knew in this life and they've transitioned, or this may be an earth spirit that you've never met in this life journey. This spirit is working with you at this time, in part to help you evolve, but also to help this earth spirit resolve their own karma through the non-physical perspective of things. Okay, so you do have this earth spirit walking with you in the month of May, and this is a really good spirit to have because it's the Hunter of Mysteries, and that means all the confusion in your life right now, this spirit guide wants to bring you into clarity. And as the spirit guide does that, this guide's own karma that's attached to the earth plane also begins to resolve. So as this guide helps you, this guide benefits. So this guide is going to give you a lot of guidance, understands what it's like to be embodied and to face challenges and hard choices and all of those things. And so this guide wants to give you the insight that you need to not make choices that aren't in your highest good. Really bring order and balance into your reality, both internally and externally, through the month of May. And with the hunters, we have the tetrahedron, which is about fire, the ether, the soul, the spirit. So this guide is very connected to you at the soul, and that means you need to pay attention to your intuitive promptings and insights that come to you, because that's the spirit guide speaking to you. So let's see another message from this guide for the month of May. Have an attitude of gratitude. So this spirit guide is saying, you know, no matter what's going on, really try to maintain a positive mindset and outlook. Consider all the blessings you do have. Consider the things that are going well. And I know right now it's a very hard time for a lot of people. My daughter, she's 22. They just found out that they're pregnant. And then, you know, due to all of this, baby daddy got laid off of work, and it's really scary for them. And I'm just like, you've got to just do what you've got to do. And you've got to, you know, think of the blessings that you do have right now. And I do feel that for you guys as well. I know that there are a lot of hard things going on in the world right now, but there are still good things in your life, and you have to focus on those to bring forth more of that energy, not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. Each and every one of us that remain in the light, focus on the positive, focus on the good, dream of a different world than what is today, and be that difference in this world that we dream of. Take those first steps forward. It matters. It does. You may feel like you're just one person, but you are connected to everybody energetically. And so you holding the space helps everybody here on the earth plane at this time. And the more of us that hold the space, the faster we'll get through this. So this spirit guide is like, I understand your journey. I've walked your shoes. I have been there with you. Let me help you make the choices that are opposite of what I did so that you move into your highest good. So this spirit guide really coming in strong and trying to get you to focus on what is positive, what is a blessing in your life right now, today, no matter how small it may be. All right, let's pull some more cards. We have a romance focus coming out. And enjoy life. So for a lot of you, you know, you may be separated from a romance, and I was gonna like pull one more, focus on goals. Yeah. So what I'm getting is a lot of you may be thinking about a romantic partner that you're separated from, or maybe, as the story I shared in the beginning, maybe your partner has lost their job or something like that, you know, and there's just a lot of worry and concern in your heart about the future for yourself, or for a romantic partner or somebody who really means a lot to you. All right, this is a general reading, or this could just be 100% a lot of worry about yourself. And then you get the same message. It's like, no matter what's going on, you've got to enjoy the little blessings that are around, and you've got to focus on your long-term goals. You've got to hold the light. You will get through this. I am helping you. I will bless you. I am giving you the secrets, the answers, hunter of mysteries, anything that you are confused about. This guide has a pass to like give you extra information that other spirit guides can't dispense. Okay, so you are getting the answers, you are getting the insight, you are getting the clarity. And right now it's like, listen to your intuition. And, you know, through the storm, take your eyes off the storm, focus on your long-term goals, focus on positive blessings right now, utilize every minute of every day, you know, have busy hands, don't have idle hands, learn, grow, expand, take your mind off the worries. Like, that's the main message. Stop worrying so much, because worrying isn't going to change anything. It just makes you miserable, keeps your hands idle. And this spirit guide wants to get your thoughts in a much higher space, because in that space, ideas, epiphanies, insight, deep understanding will come to you, and things will start falling into place, the balance of the internal as well as external world. So I'm going to pull some tarot to go a bit deeper, because I do know with this romance focus, some of you, you're just, it could be you're very concerned for what your romantic partner is going through, or somebody that's very near and dear to your heart, or this could be you specifically, where you're missing a romantic partner, or you're just feeling very alone and lost right now. Okay, so we have the Prince of Cups. Some of you could just be feeling very lonely, not about any real, you know, specific person, but it's like, am I always going to be alone? Am I ever going to meet somebody that, you know, is compatible? Like, it would be so nice right now to have somebody by my side, so I didn't feel so alone in this journey and this struggle right now. So at the base of the situation is a matter of the heart with the Prince of Cups, and for many of you this is romantically based. All right, what sits on top of that is Knight of Wands. So some of you, this romantic partner you're separated from and you're really missing, it's like they're just in and out. They play with your heart, they play with your mind, and this spirit guide is trying to steer you away from that particular person, because the Knight of Wands is the notorious knight of wine, dine, I'm out type of energy, you know, really flaky, Casanova, back and forth, what's good for me. And so some of you that are hung up on this particular person, it's time to get your mind off of them and focus on you and your goals, and maybe learn a new skill. Start investing all that mental and emotional energy you pour out for this person into yourself and see what happens. Like, again, this spirit guide is trying to help you make choices different than what they did. You guys lived a very similar life when this spirit guide was embodied. A lot of what you've gone through, this guide also went through. That's why this guide has aligned to you, because they understand what it's like. And this person that's just flaky in and out, it's better for them to go, and that's when your balance will come in, and this spirit guide will help you with that, especially at a soul level. Now, for others of you, this is that feeling of you just can't meet anybody ever, and it's like just the same thing over and over and over again, and you want different than that. All right. And then for others of you, again, this is your worry for somebody who's near and dear to your heart, and this type of energy, about a job or a situation in their life, very flaky, unstable, and you're tired of seeing them hurt and worry. All right. At the base, we have the Two of Wands, Dominion. So not feeling very in control of circumstances right now. And in the recent past, we have Justice. So there's an element, I feel, with this more of you feeling an injustice was done to you by this person, or an injustice done to somebody you really care about, or it's an injustice that you are alone and you can't align to a romantic partner. In the mental body, we have the Three of Swords. So that is a lot of sadness and heartache and concern that's playing out in your mental body at this time. And again, the spirit guide here wants to pull you out of that sorrow and remind you of the good things, and put you back into a place of joy and happiness and harmony about life, and wants to refocus you on your goals, or focus you on yourself, and all that energy you put out and worry and heartache and sadness, really transmute it and pour it into yourself, into positive healing, growth, empowerment, and upliftment. Look at that, the near future. We have the Sun, and remember, we're looking at the month of May, so there is a great healing that's coming to you in the month of May. There is an amazing answer that's going to come to you in the month of May, and this spirit guide has everything to do with it. And look at you coming through as the Star, healing, hope being restored to you, the environment around you, a Chariot. There is victory at hand for you, and hopes and fears, Queen of Swords. Just depending on how you are relating to this reading, that Queen of Swords is heavy energy, fear of rejection, fear of growing old alone, fear of not having any empowerment against a force that has come down hard on somebody who is near and dear to your heart. All right. And then the outcome, we have the Eight of Wands as swiftness. So yes, things are going to change for you, and it's going to happen very swiftly. Now, as far as meeting a brand new romantic partner in the month of May, I'm not really seeing that unfold. What I'm seeing is the healing and major shift in consciousness taking place for you, which is going to open you up to this romantic energy in June, July, or August. Okay, those of you that just feel very alone and you're like, will I ever have a romantic partner that is stable and it sticks and it's equal and we love each other and we grow? The answer is yes, 1,000% yes. But right now, in the month of May, you've really got to work on your energy and shift all of that darkness and come into the light and believe that there is love for you. Listen to, sleep affirmations about love, about self-love. I would, with this, those of you that feel very lonely, really listen to affirmations of self-love while you sleep, and you will be surprised at how it shifts your energy and how people start interacting with you differently. There is romantic love for you, okay? Those of you where you're really hung up on a specific romantic partner of the past, with Justice here, it's really time to just let that person go for now and no longer mentally entertain the idea of a relationship with them, because it really keeps you in this Three of Swords energy in the mental body. And once you just accept it for what it is right now today and say, okay, we're broken up, I can't control that, but I don't want to be miserable and hurt about this anymore. And you make that choice of, I want to do what is in my highest good. Spirit guide, show me the way. The spirit guide's going to come in and give you more help than most other spirit guides will. Again, this guide is working on balancing their own karma, and every success you have helps them with that balancing. So this guide has a lot invested in you achieving your highest good, leaving this bad energy behind, and opening you up to the sun energy, to a beautiful romance that is equal and loving, your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And in the meantime, it's time to heal and focus on loving you and your goals and enjoying life and believing in the magic of life, okay? Those of you where this is somebody very near and dear to your heart has received a huge injustice again, worrying, being angry, frustrated, that's not going to help anything. It's all about you believing in the good and you being the sun and the healing force and holding it down for this person that you care about so much, and trying to lead them into remembering their blessings of right now and believe in the magic of the future, because there is good news that's coming, okay? Deep healing. And now for people you could be dealing with, what do we have here? A potential Libra, a potential Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, we got air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then we've got Cups and the Knight of Wands. I feel that's speaking more of like the situation of the energy. So we're not going to really count those, but you know, it's going to work out. It's going to be okay. Those of you who feel like you're going to be alone forever, you're not. Let me see if I can get a little timing on a next romance. I know this is general, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for 3 different timings for you guys. All right, so with the Prince of Wands, we've got the summertime energy coming in. So, you know, into June, July, August. Now we have the Princess of Wands into June, July, August, maybe even into September. And now we've got the Five of Cups. So, you know, even though this says disappointment, I'm not looking at like the meaning of the card. I'm looking at the energy. Cups is spring to me. Five of Cups, some of you, this is coming in the month of May, all right? But for the majority of you, I really do feel like June, July, August, September feels like it's pushing it, but there is a romance coming in for you guys, okay? So just hang in there. And in the meantime, focus on self-love and work really hard at that. And, you know, those of you who are really hung up on this ex, let the ex go for now. It doesn't mean that it's, you know, always going to be a disconnected situation, but I do feel there's better for you and it's coming. And with the Eight of Wands, a lot of you, I feel this is more around August. Okay, let's pull an advice. But remember, the balance of the internal and external world starts in the month of May for you guys. Watch your back. Beware of kind gestures, sweet intents, and flattering words. Draw a line between jealousy and admiration. Watch those who are seemingly threatened or bothered by you. Reflect internally as well. So this comes for those of you with this ex, as well as those of you who are, you know, feeling a lot of emotion about somebody who's near and dear to your heart because of this really nasty energy, this injustice of the past. You are not wrong in your worry and your concern. So take proper steps and don't leave yourselves vulnerable to this energy whatsoever. And we have change your lifestyle. And this says, nurture your body through communion with nature and strengthen your spirit with laughter. Engage in mindful exercises like Tai Chi. And I don't know how to properly pronounce that. So there you go. Address discomfort before it's too late. So this is going back to have an attitude of gratitude. Focus on the right now. Focus on the blessings of now. Enjoy life and let the rest go. Really raise your mind to the highest good and you will get there, okay? So those are your messages. I'm sending each and every one of you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello there. So here is the selenite crystal ball, and being attracted to the selenite in the month of May, there's a lot of negative energy that's going to be dispelled from your experience and from your life. So let's get right into your reading and pull a spirit guide and see what spirit guide is working the closest with you guys in the month of May to help dispel any negative energies that have got to go. This is very healing, protective energy that is surrounding you in the month of May. And we have the Dancer of Promises coming through as your spirit guide now. This is a spirit guide who is an earth spirit, has walked the earth plane. And, this could have been somebody that you knew in this life journey or somebody that you never met in this life journey. Nonetheless, they are a human spirit, and being a dancer, this particular spirit guide has been trying to work with you and help you resolve some of your own karmic energies, okay? And you being drawn into the selenite crystal ball tells me you have completed those karmic balances, and now it's time for a spiritual cleanse and healing, and a lot of blockages to kind of dissolve and dispel from your life. So starting in May, moving into June, July, August, life is really going to start shifting for you and picking up and feeling much better than it has been. And with the dancer as a spirit guide, that attracts the hexahedron, which has to do with earthly matters, the balancing of that karma, and that has been completed for you. So it's time for you to evolve and move on and dispel all the negative energy. And if you just look at what's depicted, it's the darkness and this light piercing through it, and that's the light piercing through your situation, your experience, because you've balanced those karmic energies. All right, let's pull another message specifically from the spirit guide. Make each day count. Now, when it's an earth spirit who is guiding you, oftentimes you and this particular soul will have had very similar life journey experiences and circumstances. And so this guide will try to give you information and insight to make different choices that lead you into your highest good. And with Make Each Day Count, this is that guide saying, there is no such thing as boredom. Don't let your hands be idle. Learn something new. Start up a new hobby, explore new ideas, explore different talents and abilities that you have. It's like, make every single day count. Every single day is precious, even if it's a day that you're not happy with. We all have those days, because today, this moment will never ever come again. And so live each day to its fullest, and we truly make our experiences joyful or sorrowful, all through our perception and how we see and feel about the things that are happening to us and going on around us, and whether we feel empowered or disempowered. And now it's time for the tide to shift for you, because you've balanced a lot of energies, you've been learning a lot of life lessons, and it's time to dispel the darkness and you to move into the light and make each moment count. It's not all for nothing. The dark experiences are just as significant and important as the moments when we walk in the light. So let's pull a couple more cards. Banish fear. You have nothing to be afraid of. You are very protected. The spirit guide leading your way. And look at that spiritual guidance. Yes. The spirit guide is like, you have nothing to be afraid of. The worst is over. You've gone through the hardest part, and now it's time to banish the darkness, banish the fear, the selenite energy, dispelling all the negativity, because you've balanced karma. And the spirit guide very, very strong and powerful. Even being an earth spirit, this particular guide has achieved quite a bit of evolution through each life journey that they have had, and now they share all of that wisdom with you through this spiritual guidance, and really wanting to lift your eyes to the light and never have idle hands, and make use of every single moment, because every moment truly is a gift. And being embodied, we can easily lose sight of that just because we are experiencing it, but you have this higher perspective helping you out, saying it's not as bad as it seems, and it's gonna get better, and I'm walking with you all the way through. All right, let's pull some tarot. The Emperor, you are empowered. You are the master of your domain, even if you don't feel that way. And very strong message for those of you who are Aries. Yeah, Ace of Discs. You don't believe this is happening for you, or that it's going to, but it is. It's like the worst is behind you. And with the Ace of Discs, that's a new opportunity, a new job, new abundance coming to you, money coming to you, something finally solidifying, and a solid foundation being created for you. Now, look at that. Justice at the base. Yep, you've been working on balancing some karmic energies, and you've completed the cycle of that. And so what's up ahead looks nothing like where you've been, okay? And in the recent past, we have the High Priestess. There you go. A lot of mystery, a lot of feeling in the dark, not knowing, not understanding, and paired up with this Justice. That's that balancing of karmic energies, and you received quite a bit of evolution at the soul. In the mental body, we have the Nine of Cups. Excellent. This here, you keep dreaming big, you keep believing big, keep thinking about the things that are positive, the good experiences that you've had, and really believe that the best is yet to come. You've been working through some heavy energies, and you have completed that. In May is the beginning of this new cycle, of this new energy for you, where the negative, the fear, it's being dispelled, okay? In the near future, we have adjustment. See? Things are shifting for you in your favor. Yes. Now, here you are, the Two of Discs, you're changing, and a lot is about to change in your reality in the month of May. The environment around you is the Princess of Swords, so there's a lot of information, news, or messages that are going to be coming towards you in the month of May. Hopes and fears, Nine of Swords. You know, really try to stay out of that place of fear energy, of worry and concern about the future, because again, what I see in this reading is the worst is over for you, and you were just working through some karmic energies which you have balanced. You've received the soul evolution of that. I mean, we have the High Priestess, Justice, and Adjustment, and this would be like Judgment and the Justice card in a standard tarot deck. So you've got those three pairing up, all right, and you're sitting at the base as the Emperor. You have been going through a lot of heavy life lessons, and it has evolved you in big ways, even if you don't feel like it exactly in this moment. As you get towards the end of May, you're going to just be in a different place mentally and physically, okay? There's a lot of energies dispelling, and this spirit guide doesn't want you to worry. Dancer of Promise. The promise is, you know, you will never be alone, and after the storm, the rainbow will always come. The rainbow will always come, and you are beyond the storm now, and May is the beginning of that rainbow coming in for you. And here is the outcome, the Nine of Discs. Gain. See, you're about to gain, and you see those feathers floating around. Not only do you have this spirit guide helping you out, there's a lot of angels around you as well, and that's, you know, with the selenite energy, I'm not surprised to see that, because it's time for you to come out of the darkness and into the light in your physical experience. You're done balancing those karmic energies. You've done the work. You've received the experience, which is now going to transform into wisdom to help you move forward. And here it is in the very near future, in the month of May. Things are going to shift for you in a very positive way, where you've felt down here just in life overall or in a very specific situation. Now you're going to shift to the top of the wheel, and there's big time gain that is coming in for you, and that could start in the month of May or play out in June, July, August. But it's you definitely see the light, the beginnings of that in the month of May, with adjustment sitting right here. So it's like the worst is over. Okay, the worst is over. You've made it through. It's going to start getting better from here. You've just got to get out of those fear-based energies in your mind and stay in this Nine of Cups energy. It's interesting because here we have the Nine of Cups and then the Nine of Swords. So you might kind of go back and forth between I believe and it's all going to be okay to, oh my gosh, what if this happens? What if this? What if that? Let go of all the what ifs and focus on what you want to happen, what you want to be, what you believe. Believe in the biggest things for yourself, you know, however this pertains to your personal situation. Because the spirit guide is like, hey, you're through the storm. It's time for the rainbow. I'm right here with you. Make each and every day count. Look to the light. Don't give in to the fear. The worst is behind you. All right, let's pull some advice. Know you are safe. Look at that. I love it. I bring you light and I bring you hope. I fill my vase with your fears and worries and release them to the ocean. All is well. Yes, see, the worst is behind you. You have balanced some karma, you've learned those life lessons, and now it's like the best is yet to come for you, and it starts shifting in the month of May. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello there. So here is trying to not get my shadow, me being in there, but I guess I can't avoid that. But anyways, here is your blue goldstone that you were attracted to, and what that means for you guys is May is going to be a very big shift for you, a very uplifting month for you, all right? And those of you who have had a lot of anxiety and worry, maybe even to the point of your stomach not feeling good because of that, this here being drawn into this stone is telling you it's time for healing. There's a big shift, and May is going to feel much more uplifting. And also being the blue here, some of you that feel there are truths that need to be told, you are going to be expressing them. Things that you've held back, words that you've kept in, don't be surprised if in the month of May they're just flying right out of you and you can't stop it. Okay, so let's pull a card and see what spirit guide is working the strongest with you in the month of May to help you out. Okay, so we have the Shaman of Loss. Now with a shaman, this is a spirit that could have been an earth spirit that absolutely ascended beyond the earth plane, or this is a spirit that comes from a different world, a different dimension. Coming through as a shaman, this is a very powerful, evolved, wise spirit guide, okay? And Shaman of Loss. So this spirit guide is trying to help you through any sort of major life change or loss that has happened recently, and that the healing coming in where things are going to start feeling more uplifted and you feel more inspired once more, and different things that you have to say that need to be expressed. this spirit guide is going to give you that empowerment for expression, because some of you have really been holding your words back, have been holding your tongue, and there's going to come a point in the month of May where you've got to stand your ground and speak your words, speak your truth, and you might not want to, but this spirit guide, as strong and powerful as it is, it's going to make those words come out. They're just going to fly out of you because they need to be said. All right, so let's I just want to show you the icosahedron, which is the geometric shape that I have associated with the shaman as spirit guide. So some of you will find clarity and healing through sacred geometry, working with the icosahedron specifically. All right, let's pull a card to see another message that this guide would like to share with you or say to you at this time. Stay open-minded. Okay, so part of this journey and the way things begin to change and shift in May might not be how you were anticipating or how you expect things to shift and change, but this guide is like, no, trust the process. I'm right here. I've got you. Stay very open-minded about how everything unfolds in the month of May, because this is a huge turning point for you. So let's pull some more oracle here. And I feel I need to pull you guys 3 of these. Okay, what do we've got? Okay, unrealistic expectations, stay open-minded. And this doesn't mean like what you are asking for is unrealistic. Some of you, I guess that could be the case. But what I get more with that card is like just another reiteration of this. Stay very open-minded. Your path forward may not look anything like you were expecting or anticipating, but I promise you the path that this guide is trying to lead you towards is going to lead you to your highest good, especially being attracted to the blue goldstone here. All right, next is let's rethink, change. So a big emphasis on the thoughts going on in your mental body and about the hard times that you have been going through, because we do have loss, you know, this being the shaman of loss, and then you have hard times over here, and then we've got to switch around what's going on in the mental body. So this spirit guide, whatever you have recently gone through that has put you in this place of feeling as though you're in a sense of loss, or put you in a really between a rock and a hard space, hard times type of energy, this guide wants to really get you out of your mental body about like, why did this happen, and rehashing and then worrying about the future and what about this, what about that. This guide wants you out of that mental body. And you know, I really do for you guys recommend some sleep meditations about I would say like positive energy, positive expectation happening for you, because I think also with this, a lot of you what the recent events that have played out have just been so heavy and hard for you. It kind of like broke your soul a little bit, and it's very hard and difficult to believe or to look to the light or to even recognize the blessings that are around right now, just because of what some of you feel that you have lost. And this isn't what you're losing in May. This is something that's already been lost, okay? Because that's this guide's coming in like, I'm helping with this process, because in the month of May, things are really going to start shifting and reshaping. You just have to have a very open mind about it, and that open mind really is getting out of like the worry and the concern and why type of energy. So let's pull some tarot and see how all of this plays out for you in the month of May. Okay, so the Queen of Discs, many of you, this could be around like your job or money, or an earth sign could have really pulled the rug out from underneath you. So earth would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you could be an earth sign. What do we have on top of that? Two of Cups, love. So some of you, you know, this could also be about romance, where somebody pretty much left you high and dry, to fend for yourself, holding the bag, you know, and that really hurts you, because this is about a loss of some kind. And this is a general reading. The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Discs, I feel a lot of you, this is like financially based. And then for others of you, this is definitely about some relationship that it has left your life, and you feel very alone and quite unsure about the future. At the base, we have the Eight of Wands. So there is a lot of positive energy coming in the month of May. In the recent past, we have the Knight of Discs. So this was like either a very steady stream of income, or this was a previous relationship that was very steady. Either way, it's like this left that quick, whether it's job, money, or relationship. In the mental body, we have the Emperor. You are really trying to stay strong, keep your head above the water. In the near future, we have the Prince of Discs. Nice. So this is like new money, another job, an opportunity, an option that you didn't see before. Or for some of you, this might be a new person coming into your reality that's going to help you move forward in the months or the weeks and months ahead. And that's more earth energy. So you've got all this earth energy, past, present, and future. So for many of you, I do feel this is more like career or money based, but some of you, it is around a relationship. And here you are, Six of Wands, victory. So things are really going to turn around and go your way. You've just got to have a very open mind about how that happens. The environment around you, a Ten of Wands, oppression. And so the energies, you know, within like a job, career, or relationship, it's like it was becoming, you know, too heavy and showing up as a 10, it was meant to end. So even if you feel like if certain events wouldn't have played out, I would still have my job, that's not the case. Actually, your time with that specific place is over. There is something much better for you up ahead. There's victory for you. So whatever you lost financially, job, career-wise, it's going to return to you in a much, much better form. You've just got to believe that, okay? Hopes and fears is the Five of Wands, strife. So you are, you know, conflicted internally. I do think you have moments of positive thinking, and then other moments of just being very pessimistic and filled with a lot of worry, especially those of you that this has to do with the relationship. And some of you, where this is a job that you lost, you really, really loved that job, and you were like, there's never going to be a better job for me, etc., etc. And that's not the case. I'm telling you, there is victory coming for you. There's an offer, something showing up for you in the month of May, and it does make you feel victorious and happy. All right, it might not be the path that you had hoped for or that you thought you should go down, but it's the exact path you need, and it does fulfill its purpose and bring you a lot of happiness. And the outcome is the Princess of Wands. So near future, Prince of Discs, and final outcome is Princess of Wands. So there is some sort of offer coming your way, or money coming your way in the month of May. And then towards the end of May, or maybe into June, there's another sort of offer or opportunity that's showing up. And some of you, where this is about a relationship that has left your life, there's other people that are coming into this picture, into your reality, that are going to be very supportive and helpful of you, even if you had hoped for this specific person to come back or to be there. There's other people that Spirit is bringing into your life to help you with this journey. You've just got to keep an open mind about it. And ultimately, this path that you're being led down is going to lead to your highest happiness and your greatest good. You showing up as the Six of Wands in victory, okay? So know that you are moving beyond the hard times. The month of May is the transitional month for that. And there's opportunities coming in financially for you. And then there's, for others of you, there is like some friends or family coming in that's going to be very loving and supportive of you through the healing process of this connection that's left your life. So let's pull some advice. And remember, you're going to be much happier by the end of May than you were going into the month of May. And it continues to get better for you as you move into June. Okay, balance karma. There is a reason for everything. Each life has many connections to previous lives. You came to balance karma with others. Allow grief, anger, and guilt to be transformed into a force to fortify you and assist you in fulfilling your purpose of this lifetime. So everything that, has recently played out, you've just got to trust it, and all that you have lost or that is taken from you will return to you in a new form. And again, even though you may think there's certain circumstances that caused this shift, and if those weren't in place, then everything would be okay and well right now, and this just confirms for me, nope, it was time. Anything that has shifted out of your life, it is time for that, because it was actually going to become more of an oppressive energy for you. It might have started out very promising, but this relationship or this particular job has fulfilled its purpose, and there's nothing left. There's no more fertility to it. So it's time for it to shift out of your life. And everything playing out right now in the world, it's just perfectly aligned, easily for that stuff to come out of your life to set you up for better ahead, which I do see here. You have new offers coming in, or financial help. And then there's also, for some of you, this is very loving, supportive relationships coming in to help you along this journey to transition out of this heavy energy into much more happiness and joy. And again, some of you, there are some things that you have to say that you've really been holding back, and when the time comes, it's just going to fly out of you. This spirit guide is going to see to that. This is a very strong, powerful, evolved being right here, and this guide is helping usher you into your prosperity, into your victory, and helping you heal from this recent loss that you have gone through. All right, so things are starting to turn around for you in the month of May. It might not look like how you expected, but it's going to turn out better than you expected. So trust the process, trust the journey. Work with the icosahedron. It'll be very activating for you. Okay, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.